Life is like a beautiful mountain. Just as a mountain has an up and down structure, life too has its ups and downs. And just as every season affects the mountain, winter, summer, and rainy season, our lives also go through different phases. Sometimes, sunlight shines brightly on the mountain, and even under the harsh heat, it stands tall in its place. Then, during the rainy season, it remains firm despite the heavy rain. In winter, the mountain becomes calm, peaceful, and beautifully covered with snow. Colorful flowers, pink, yellow, blue, white, red, orange, and many more bloom around it, making it even more wonderful. In the same way, human life is also filled with challenges and changes. Just like the story of Aarti and her mother Sumitra, their lives too were full of struggles and difficulties. So friends, let's listen to an inspiring story. Aarti Soap. An inspiring story. Aarti lived in a small village with her mother, Sumitra. Her father had passed away a few years ago, leaving just the two of them in their modest home. Life was not easy. There was no one else in the family to earn money, and every day brought new challenges. Determined not to give up, Aarti started doing small jobs to support her mother. First, she began selling vegetables in the village market. She would wake up early in the morning, walk to the nearby town to buy fresh vegetables, and then return to sell them. However, most of the time, the vegetables would spoil quickly because she didn't have a refrigerator or a proper place to store them. As a result, she faced a lot of losses and very little profit. Even after all her hard work, Aarti barely managed to earn enough for daily meals. Still, she kept trying. After a few months, she found work as a helper in a small grocery shop. The pay was not much, but she thought at least it was steady work. She cleaned the shop, arranged the goods, and helped the customers politely. But soon, she realized that the shop owner often delayed her payment. Sometimes, she didn't get paid for weeks. Despite her patience and honesty, her efforts were not appreciated. Finally, tired and disappointed, Aarti decided to quit the job. One evening, while they were sitting outside their small house, Aarti's mother, Sumitra, spoke softly. Aarti, we have struggled for so long. I remember your grandmother once told me about making organic clothing soap. She used to sell it in the nearby towns, and people loved it because it was gentle and natural. Why don't we try the same thing? Maybe it will bring us some peace and stability. At first, they started making the clothing soap, but many times they failed. 3 or 4 times, the soap didn't form properly, and the mixture got spoiled. Still, both Aarti and her mother didn't lose courage. They kept working hard and continued trying again and again. One morning, while Aarti was once again trying to make the soap, something wonderful happened this time. The soap turned out perfectly. It had the right texture, fragrance, and quality they had been trying for all along. Slowly, their small soap-making work began to grow. They decided to name their product Aarti Soap. Soon, people in the nearby city market started talking about it. Everyone loved the natural fragrance and purity of their handmade soap. Before long, what began as a small home-based effort turned into a successful business. Their business first grew from one shop to two, and then continued to expand. Many women from the village also started working with them in their shops, and Aarti paid them fair and generous wages for their hard work. This brought a wave of happiness throughout the village. All the women came together and celebrated their success with joy and pride. Their hard work, patience, and belief in themselves had finally paid off. Moral: the success we achieve in life comes from our efforts and determination. We should never lose our courage, just like Aarti and her mother Sumitra. No matter how tough life becomes, never lose hope. Every struggle teaches us something new, and if we keep believing in ourselves, success will find its way to us. Hard work and persistence always bring light after the darkest nights.